Alright, what's up? Welcome back to Sports Remedy Podcast. God damn it, Ashley. I feel it too.
Yeah, y'all!
No matter what I do, I feel the same when I'm without you.
I miss y'all!
That's when they were recording too. Yeah, that's when they first started that.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm leaving that in too.
Oh, that shit came at the right time.
No, it didn't. It came
I was like, hurry up. It took forever.
Yeah, it came in right in the middle of me talking.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Dr.J, Mr. Wash.
Yeah, Dr.
Ashley
J.
Ray.
Ashley Ray.
Yeah.
It's a turn.
We back. We took a week off?
Week off.
Oh yeah, we took a week off. It's all good.
Yeah, you old now.
I did. My birthday was
Happy birthday.
just passed yesterday on Tuesday.
So you were,
I'm 33 and
you
a
were,
Leo.
no, what? Oh, lazy ass
You must say
Leo.
so. You
Lying ass Leo.
It don't mean shit. I don't know what Leo and all that stuff means. So
Lying ass Leo.
that's what they say, but I don't even know what that means. So yeah, I don't know anything about the zodiac, but yeah, my birthday just passed. So happy birthday to me. And yeah, so how was everybody's weekend? Everything was straight?
Yeah, it was cool. I'm still alive.
Still alive. Me too. I went to New Orleans by
Oh,
myself. I took my first solo trip.
This your first one?
That's my first time going by myself anywhere.
Wow.
Like I always be like looking for people to go places. So
I wanted
like,
to go, but
I be trying to take trips and I be like, hey everybody, I'm gonna go here and there.
you
and
didn't
I be
really
like,
say you was going.
I did. I
No, you didn't.
told
No,
both
you-
y'all. I did.
I really forgot.
Yeah, you forgot.
I didn't think about it till 2 weeks before, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was too late by then. I booked that whole like a few months ago. So, but like I always ask people to go places because I'm like I like to travel and people ain't come through. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go by myself. I need to start going by myself anyway. So
You didn't
from
feel
now on,
nervous?
I mean, I wasn't nervous, but I was like, now what am I gonna do? Like,
Right.
I don't know what I'm gonna do like by myself. But I found some stuff to do, and I even ran into some people and went out with like some like my sister's people that were happened to be in town when I was there. And
I think men can do that better than women. I'll be so.
but see, I talked to other people that have gone out by themselves, and they said similar situations happen to them. Like, well, especially places like New Orleans, because I was in New Orleans. But places like New Orleans, where you know a lot of people are always at, you end up running into somebody that just happens to be there too. Like you had a big area like that, so I know like women that say that that's happened to them, or people that don't run into anybody, and they just like kicking it by themselves and doing whatever they want to do by themselves. Because when I was by myself, I actually liked it too, because like I just hop up and be like, you know what, I feel like going to this restaurant. I'm gonna go walk down the street, go to this
I see
restaurant.
you ate at the Ruby Slipper.
I know I woke up that morning, I was like, damn, I'm kind of hungry. I can just take a shower and go. I ain't gotta see, hey, I want to go to Ruby Slipper, or I gotta wait for some women to get ready or something like that. No, I'm finna get up. I'm gonna go when I feel like it. Went to Ruby Slipper, came back to the hotel, chilled, and I was like, you know what? I feel like going to Harrah's. Jumped up, changed clothes, cleaned myself up a little bit because I was walking a lot and it was humid outside, so I had to keep freshening it up every time I came back to the room. But then I went to Harrah's, gambled in there by my damn self. Oh, so there's something that happened in Harrah's. So like I was in Harrah's, right? And I like to play the roulette. Sometimes I like to play the roulette machines. Yeah. Y'all play the roulette machine?
Yeah.
Like, or do you play the real roulette?
We played roulette when we was down there in Vegas.
You talking about the machine with
the
automated one, or
Yeah.
somebody with a live dealer, with a live person?
Well, this one was automated. It was
Automated,
a
yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
So I was playing that. And so like I was sitting at this roulette table, right? And so like it's me, some black dude, you can tell he's kind of local. I can tell by like his accent and some of his like, he had like them jailhouse kind of tattoos on his arm.
What jailhouse tattoos?
He looked like somebody did it in the garage. Like it don't look real professional. It's like it's just letters and they all squiggly. Like somebody just drew them hoes on. Like he had one of them tattoos and shit. I was like, okay, this a local. So it's me, him, and a white dude. And then like I'm sitting there playing and I'm hitting. Like I was like, I'm not gonna spend much money, but I'm gonna see what I can win. So I'm like hitting. I'm like, I put in $20. I come up. I keep coming up. I'm like over 100 up already. And so like I'm looking at him, the dude next to me, and he not betting anything. So I'm like, he ain't putting no money in his machine. He just up there like collecting drinks. And so like the white dude next to him is playing too, and I guess he hitting too. And the dude, the local dude's like next to him, and he's like, talking to him the whole time, telling him, hey, yeah, put this on red. Go ahead and put like 10 on red right here. This is what you need to play next. Play this number right here.
Doing it?
And like the white dude was kind of listening to him, doing some of the stuff he's doing, and so he's like hitting or whatever. And so like, and I'm like, I kind of see that. I'm like, that's a little funny. I'm gonna keep my eye on this situation.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep
So
playing.
you get robbed.
Exactly.
Like what?
And so, so like this nigga, he keep giving him information, blah blah blah. And so the white dude, I guess the white dude kind of started catching on, and so the white dude was kind of like standoffish for a little while. And so the black dude turned to me and he's like, "Oh, you playing the same thing?" I said, "Yeah, dog, I'm straight. Like I'm good." Mm-hmm. And so like he's like, "All right, man. Like you know, you got to look out for the numbers." I was like, "No, I played before. I'm good. Like I'm straight." And he's like, "All right, dog." And he turned back to the white dude and keep going to him. White dude, I guess, figured it out, started getting nervous. So he's like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cash it out, and I think I'm pretty good or whatever. And so the dude was like, oh man, yeah, nah, you should keep playing. When you hitting like that, you need to keep playing. You can't stop now. And white dude's like, nah,
going in my damn time.
I'm fixing to go.
Yeah.
And so the black dude go, all right, man. Well, shit, since you getting out of here, how about you let me hold something?
Are you fucking serious?
I was like, dog, I hit that cash out thing real quick. I was like, this nigga tripping. I was like, let me get my shit and go.
Don't leave him alone like that.
He was fine. Because, like, the next thing I hear is the white dude's like, nah, man, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I don't have anything to give you. He's like, nah, dog, I see you up. I'm looking at your screen.
So he basically did like a casino ginger type of shit. Oh, y'all don't.
What's a casino ginger?
When Ginger in Casino was like, I helped you.
The movie Casino.
Yeah. Bitch, I helped you.
Right.
Give him my money.
Yeah, so he did that to him, and the white dude was like, oh no, I'm just fixing to go. Let me cash out. I gotta go meet my people, blah, blah, blah.
Like,
and then all of a
security!
sudden, I hear the black dude going, see, that's how white people do us, man. They, just be like, they don't want to help nobody out. Blah, blah. I was like, let me get away from this situation immediately. I just walked away, but like some other people sat down behind us, so I guess he stayed there and waited for them to sit down and start playing. So I was
fucking
like,
serious?
It was a scam. He just saying
that
like,
shit would
he's trying
make
to
me
scam
so
people.
mad.
Yeah, so I was like, let me keep an eye
I'm
out for
trying
all
to
this
enjoy
shit.
playing. I ain't here to help you.
That's the only problem I had with being alone. Cause like if I'm not alone, none of them situations will bother me. Like, cause I can't get like jumped or nothing if I'm not alone.
Nah, I wouldn't let you get jumped. I would have knocked him upside the head with my purse. Shut your ass up. Yes, I would.
I told you to get somebody. He not playing.
Yeah.
You know you gotta stay. You gotta play.
Yeah.
You can't just be sitting there getting drinks with them. You gotta play.
Yeah.
Or you gotta get the fuck up.
Yeah. So he just kind of hung around. I think he would put in like a little money every once in a while.
Yeah, but keep him off the ass. Yeah.
But that nigga was.
They was really watching him. They weren't watching him.
They did, because like when the bartender, because he, like I said, he was ordering drinks, so the bartender lady came by, and like every time the bartender was about, the server was about to come by or whatever, you would see him like slip a little $5 in there real quick. Cause you know it's like the base bet is like $2. Yeah. So all you gotta do is slip $5 in there real quick, bet a couple times.
Like you bet your shit, leave me alone.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna take no 20.
No.
That nigga, he gonna be like, hey man, you up?
Yeah, you up.
You be half of that.
Yeah, he's like, you up. I've been watching your screen. And he said that to him. He's like, I've been watching your screen. You up right now. Like, what you mean you ain't got no
white dude should be like, why you watching me?
You wasn't gonna say that shit either. But me?
I seen a nigga tattoo.
No.
I've been like, 30, this ain't got shit to do with you, and take my stuff and walk the hell on.
That's what I said, because like when he came and approached me and was like trying to, give me advice and shit, I was like, nah, I'm good, dog. I don't need no help. I'm straight. Because I can tell it ain't, I don't deal with that shit.
Yeah, because he would look at how much you playing, how much you deposit and shit like that. He's like, oh, this got some money.
God. I'm just thinking who'll be over there. I've never had nobody do that to me. Usually at those type of tables when we go to Birds, they be so full that I gotta wait sometimes.
Right, and it was like midday, so it wasn't full in there. Nobody was really in the casino. It was people there, but it just wasn't as packed as it normally be. Like a lot of the tables weren't even open. Like where all the dealers be, a lot of them wasn't open. Like a lot of people just playing machines. So it was like,
I don't like when black people start talking about, white people help us. No, nigga, I ain't trying to help your ass either.
I was like, nigga, I'm getting away from you.
That nigga look somebody knock over the head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't need your fucking help. I'm here to lose my money on my own.
You better watch his back. Cause he'll fall him outside and shit.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
and you ain't help. You ain't no good
help
Samaritan.
him?
No good Samaritan.
I don't know you. I don't know him.
I could never just leave nobody like that. I wish I'd leave my ass.
That's what I don't think I would. I don't think I'm obligated to help nobody that just happened to sit next to me at the casino. Dog.
Call people. I would get up, take my. I'm like, hey man, I think he's harassing that guy over there.
Yeah, I mean, I might do
pull
something
one
like
of
that.
them.
Yeah, but it looked like the white dude got away to me, so I was like, "You good?" Because like I said, it was some people that came.
I don't trust you.
You should have said, "You some white privilege.
You
some white privilege."
Your ass ran.
Run to the laws.
Run to the laws, nigga.
I don't trust you, ran.
But no, casinos, they tight
they
they
run.
shit, and security would get on somebody's ass.
All you gotta say is, get out my pocket. Oh, you should have said that.
All I did was get up and move to a table on the other side. I was good. I wasn't finna stick around for him to mess with me like he was doing that white dude. But I mean, he didn't bother me anymore anyway. So I.
But like I said, you peeped the scene.
Yeah,
like I said, a lot of people don't peep what's going on around you. Like, man, where you at?
I just don't. You don't need to talk to me at this table at all, though. They usually don't talk. Like I don't talk to nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but
I don't like talking to people.
I will say that, like, when you travel by yourself, it does make you feel like you have to be more
watch
aware.
your surroundings.
Yeah,
I couldn't probably get fucked up by myself. Especially like I don't think so.
Because I was walking the streets at night a couple of times just
you
because.
think I can go to New Orleans by myself?
Hell,
Shut the hell up.
You don't be aware sometimes.
I'm aware.
You don't be aware.
Snatch your motherfucking ass up.
Yeah, no. So, because like I was walking the streets because I had to go to the store, and there's only one store that was open 24 hours, and it was a couple blocks away. So I'm like, shit, I gotta walk all the way over there through these alleys and shit.
Yeah, we went to Essence and we was all by ourselves. Like sometimes.
But that's Essence.
I guess.
It's so much going on. Even though that's the perfect time to snatch somebody. Because so much going on.
Because I let my cousin was like, I'm going to Burger Street. I was like, well, bye. I ain't walking over there. She went by herself.
Yeah. I mean, but like it's a lot of people around here. I was talking about like in areas where it was nobody. Like I was
a random weekend. Yeah. Like when you walking down like back streets and shit, there's nobody else there.
Yeah. You gotta keep your eyes open.
Cause it been the past year, so like stories people get snatched up like that.
Yeah, and especially women, because that's a big thing for women traveling along. You gotta have a plan.
So there's no way I can go out the country by myself.
You can, and that's what I'm saying. I know I've seen stories of women going out of the country. And they say they have a great time by themselves. Like I seen some girl post that she was in Barcelona for like 5 days by herself.
Okay, nobody's fucking with her.
I mean, I don't know if
I'm pretty sure she wasn't turned up in Barcelona walking the streets at 1 in the morning and shit.
Like he wasn't drunk as fuck, walking around. But like still, it's just
enjoy myself. What the fuck? Get drunk in my room? Nah, like I want.
No, get drunk in your Uber.
Yeah,
they snatch your ass up too.
Uber been snatching people too.
Nah.
I mean, it's a dangerous world out here. It's an evil world we live
in Mexico. Uber's actually legal. They had different people names. Like they said, Brenda was coming to get us, and it was a dude. I said, "That ain't fucking Brenda. I ain't getting in that car."
Yeah, I wouldn't get because like you think about it, you pull up late to a club or something like that, and you pull up to somebody, "Hey, you got an Uber?" They like, "Yeah, I got an Uber."
I like how we got in the wrong fucking Uber in Vegas.
Oh, we did get in the wrong Uber.
Y'all got me in there with that man. I'm just sitting there like,
who is y'all? Didn't you say
no? Him.
No, I didn't say that.
I ain't say that was our Uber.
No, y'all got in the Uber, and I was like, I heard people talking about, hey, the white dude behind us read the license plate. It was like, hey, that's our Uber, and y'all was a cop. So I was like, let me get in this hoe too.
And then he said, you going? So I said, and anywhere we going, and y'all.
Yeah, we
I just stopped talking
to the Mac Center.
Yeah, he's gonna take us to the game.
I just stopped talking to him because I was like, that's not where we're going.
We fucked that nigga out some money and shit. I paid him though.
Yeah, because he was like,
they took my $5.
Yeah,
for not showing up to the other.
Yeah, but he wasn't gonna get paid shit.
I don't give a fuck. Just get me back.
Yeah, so
we fucked him.
Nigga, watch
Most people wait because y'all heard about that Uber.
I did hear somebody say they go to Uber, and I was like,
listen, hold on. That was almost the exact same car.
It was.
And I was drunk. So like when they pulled up,
and I'm the one that got the Uber, so y'all should have never let me hold the phone and look.
That's true too.
Cause I don't remember what car was. You said what kind of car? I told y'all. I was like, I'm fucked up.
I'm listening to this dude talking about, man, that's our Uber. And y'all just piling in and out. So I just went around the side and got in.
I knew we were messed up because
I know I said. That's the one, and then Ashley was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "All right, let's go."
So you gonna listen to me?
I know I was feeling good because normally I'd be like, "Hey man, I don't think that's our shit." I just
got in there.
I'm tired of waiting.
Y'all like, let's go. I don't even remember how we walked down there. I was like, I don't feel like walking no more.
Yeah, I was tired. I was drunk.
You left your glass and taped off. What's the glass?
Yeah,
oh yeah, I forgot about my
video set.
They said we've gone too far.
Right.
I said, we
We are in the same building, so I ain't going back.
I'm not going back, dog. I left them sunglasses in that restaurant. I was like, I ain't even going back, man. I gotta get somewhere right now. Let them sunglasses right there.
Y'all drunk ass.
I was drunk in that restaurant.
They said, we got pizza? I said, yeah, then we went on up. I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, I don't remember getting pizza at all.
I mean, I remember eating in the morning. She told me,
Yeah.
you want breakfast? I said, I'm about to eat this motherfucking pizza. I'm still drunk. I'm like, pizza, go back to bed.
That was funny. But anywho,
Sorry, y'all.
we'll jump right into the main topic. We're like 15 minutes in talking shit.
Hey, that's why on the descriptions we dialogue what conversations happen.
Yeah.
So we good.
But yeah, so we're gonna jump into the main segment for today. So the check yourself segment today gonna be about I guess it's about being broken and accepting being broken and why it's so hard. I guess why it's so hard to admit when you need help and you're broken. And things like
Why are
that.
you embarrassed about being repaired?
Yeah, there you go.
By needing repairing.
So what is, I guess, go more in depth with that. Like, what do you mean?
I guess people are embarrassed about needing repair. Like your phone breaks, you take it to a specialist, you take it to somebody, to Sprint, Verizon, whatever case, or you can get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Your car break down, you take it to a mechanic.
Your knee.
But
you fuck
yeah,
your knee up.
yeah, you know, so you fuck your knee up, whatever. You go to the doctor, whatever.
Yeah.
But your head is messed up. You know what I'm saying? You be like, oh, that's crazy. I ain't talking to no white people. You know what I'm saying? I
just got told that
I ain't sitting on nobody's couch. I ain't crazy.
Like, man, you must be fucked up.
Yeah,
because
because the connotation of it is that if something's wrong with your head, then you're crazy.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to admit. They want to feel like have that undertone to everybody else that I'm crazy.
I think one of the big things about admitting that you need that kind of help is that it's the one thing that you can't really explain. You know, because if your knee fucked up, like you out there hooping and you tear your ACL, you're like, damn, God, you shouldn't took that last dribble. You shouldn't try to go up for that layup, or you blew your knee out, whatever. So you got an explanation for it. But when it comes to like things inside your mind,
you can't
really
stop
just
that.
explain them away.
How that happened.
Yeah,
why I'm crazy is because you cheated on me 1,500 times, and now I don't trust men.
But the thing is, people don't take the time to actually admit, because now I'm contradicting myself. But the thing is, like the thing is, you can explain it though. Like a lot of the stuff, not all the time. Sometimes it's a chemical imbalance, but a lot of the stuff that people deal with, and a lot of that brokenness that people have to deal with, comes from somewhere. Like there is an explanation for it. I think people are scared of that explanation.
I'm just trying to figure it out though. Where is this?
I don't think people are technically scared of the explanation, whatever the case may be. I think they're scared to verbalize it to others.
Yeah.
That I'm stressed out to the point where I'm going to snap. And then, because like I say, the tone is, if you say that to somebody, oh, you crazy.
Yeah.
And they be like, nah, I'm not crazy, whatever the case may be. And then you have that conversation inside yourself.
You're always in your mind. Get out your mind, Ashley. Just be free.
Yeah, so you take it a whole negative look, so you don't even want to talk about it. You won't even like bring it up, but it's still there. Mm-hmm. It's not getting fixed.
Then you learn how to push it deep down inside and just be like,
well, this is like if anybody is listening, whatever, watch the show Euphoria.
Yeah.
And stuff with the black dude McKay, whatever. When all that shit happened, he basically just internalized that shit.
The hell out of me.
Yeah. Why?
I ain't like how he did old white girl.
Pick your mic up.
I ain't like how he did old white girl.
But
like how he did white girl. What did he do to white girl?
Like he came out that bathroom, scared the fuck out of me. Like I
you
don't
know,
know. Yeah, like I
when the dudes in the
I had to go back.
When the dudes in the frat was fucking with him, and he went
Did
to the
they
bathroom.
rape him?
I don't know if they raped him or not.
Hey, y'all, I missed that part.
Like they were just humping him and stuff. Like
I think they were like faking it, but it was still kind of
too much.
It was a lot.
Nah, he in there with his girl
but like I said, that's
and he naked.
But that was like
right.
But that was like no, we all ain't no situation like that. But we do a regular, like how he did in the bathroom. Stuff happens to us, whatever, and we get to a quiet place. We'll internalize all of that shit, and then come out and act like nothing's wrong. Because he came out.
I don't do that.
Well, you don't, but a lot of people do.
Everything wrong.
A lot of men do.
Yeah.
Especially.
Oh, men do that.
Because you can't show weakness and vulnerability.
Yeah.
My question is why?
So
why can't we be weak?
Y'all can, but some society has it. Like I had a guy tell me, like, now you see me vulnerable and you took advantage. I didn't even do nothing. It was just the point. Like I didn't do what you said because you told me something. Does it make sense? Like you told me this and you wanted me to feel some type of way.
Oh, so you didn't react to it.
I didn't give him the reaction he was looking for. I just talked to him like I don't even put it not there, but just like you looking for something.
But you didn't sound like empathetic with it. You were like,
I was, but I wasn't like I don't know
the
that he was looking for.
Right? Yeah, no, he was
looking for a certain response.
Yeah, I'm not that person. I don't even look for it from me though. Like because I didn't grow up like that. You cry about it, but you're gonna keep on pushing.
See, and that's the big thing is that like people have to realize that a lot of those times where you feel like you internalize things or you feel broken or whatever, a lot of it has to do with how you were brought up.
Probably so.
Like me, I know that myself, I hold some things in because I think, like I always tell people, I had a good balance growing up. Because my dad was a real, like, don't show no emotion, hold everything in person. And my mom was like, hey, let's talk about it. Yeah. Like,
y'all got white mama.
White mama.
Shut up, black mama.
We do.
That's
your
fine.
Mama was
You call her wrong way.
That's fine. But come on. So my mama pulling up
Brady
to
Bunch all
be like, hey, can I get a poor boy?
A poor boy.
Yeah.
Your mama said that?
She said it before.
A poor boy.
Poor boy. Me and my cousin looked at her like, what the hell?
That's past my mom. I ain't never heard a poor boy, but I think it's because my mama country. But no, like I think and you call it white or bougie or whatever, but like she was really like open about things, about having discussions about stuff. Not everything though, because like there was a lot of stuff she wouldn't talk about. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't have no like real sex talks or nothing like that. But like she was open about like how do you feel? About your feelings. Like and
she let you have them.
I mean, it's like, okay, so like the way my parents were set up, like my dad was like an enforcer, so like he had no emotion, but then when you fucked up, like he was going to whoop you and do stuff like that. But then my mama would backdoor and be like, okay, so now look,
you understand?
This is what you understand what happened.
That's how it should be, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's how my dad is too. Like we don't communicate like that.
Yeah, no, we
like
don't.
Like I said, me and my dad now we'll talk, and it's kind of like we talk and kind of at each other a little bit more than to each other.
I see that.
And like I said, the older we've gotten, whatever, it's gotten better. But it's the awkward thing, like I can go to my parents' house and I can give my mom a hug and hug on and kiss them like that. And we good. And we don't even like a nod. Cause we don't even know how to physically. Like I've been in the groups where he's had like his friends, whatever, and I've came somewhere. And they be like, oh, what's up, this and that. And I grip everybody up, and they come to him, it's kind of like,
yeah, what's up?
Man,
I don't know what to do.
Okay, maybe I grew up where my mom was the enforcer. And my dad, ain't nobody said us and told us what we did wrong. She basically hit us in the chest, you did this wrong, ain't nobody telling you nothing. Just don't do it again.
But you can see now why that, like, you react to things the way that you do.
What you mean? I pop off?
Well, because you said you don't feel... You don't react the same way as like people think, but like
they think I'm mean. I got called mean a lot this weekend.
But outside looking in, if somebody saw your parental interaction, they would consider your parents mean or your mama mean.
She was.
Okay, so you being mean don't really fall that far from the tree for them.
What you mean? I'm not my mama.
I ain't saying you your mama.
Watch your mouth.
But I'm just saying that like
I'm loving.
To
Karen, to myself.
That's good. I'm sure your mama loves herself too.
I'm sure she does.
Exactly. So
she loves me too. In some, way,
but that's
shape or form.
In her way.
But the way that you show that, the way that you show your love, gonna be like her.
No, it's not.
It's
Please
more
stop
like
saying
her
that shit.
than somebody that you
and
don't
that's
know.
why I'm seeing a therapist. Because I don't want that type. I love my mom, but yeah, you're right. I don't like a lot of stuff. Like
I'm just gonna say you act closer to her than you would some stranger. Like some stranger would be like, hey, loving and touching. You
that's
don't
too
like
damn.
Mama than you are some stranger, and that explains it. So you're not crazy. You just dealing with what you came up in.
Never said I was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like people.
But I like to cuddle.
You cuddle. You ain't like people touching you.
You said that awkwardly. Like,
I know you
like cuddle.
I like to cuddle.
After like 2 years, maybe I can cuddle.
Nigga. What?
Maybe.
You celibate on cuddling.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot of touching. We ain't got cuddle all the time. Like every now and then.
I mean,
It's
that's
hot.
what I'm saying. Like you don't like touching like that. So you shouldn't expect. Okay, so this is the way society works, right? Society works on a normalizing basis. So like everything works from a norm. So if the norm is that everybody touches each other, and you walk in and be like, don't touch me,
Yeah.
then you weird.
You outcast.
You the
I'm
outcast.
an outlier in the situation.
I don't like feel people's skin sometimes. It feels.
But I'm saying, like, I'm just using that as an example. We could talk about like people that like cuss a lot. I'll use that.
That
as an
ain't
example.
me. She.
I was going to say that. You a liar.
Okay.
But like, if you in a group of people, let's say you go into like an Amish community or something like that, and
They don't
nobody
want
has
me
a
there.
cuss word,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make
and
it.
you walk in and you just start cussing, and you'll be like, "Who is this? Why is she so weird?"
We.
But
Yeah.
you could go into another place, like I'm trying to think of a place where a lot of people cuss at. In a club, anywhere, like just
Spot.
Any black establishment.
any black establishment.
It's called address.
Yeah. Yeah, you go in there and start cussing. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like it ain't no big deal. You are normal there. So people having a fear of seeming like they're weird or seeming like, oh, there's something wrong with me. It's only because they're around people that don't relate to them.
That's true. And then I gave my manager a hug this week.
You really stuck on this touching thing.
Yeah, because y'all think I'm mean. I'm getting tired of being told I'm mean. I'm not caring.
I didn't say you were mean. I'm just saying that somebody
I got
else might
told
think you
that.
were.
I know, but
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think so.
understandable, though.
I'm there if you need me. Just don't call after 10. My hours are from 8 to 10.
8 to 10 in the evening.
Yep.
I was gonna say because you don't like the mornings either.
That's not for you. That's for me.
Right.
8 to 10.
So I guess the question is, what do you think is something that I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to word the question. What's something that makes you nervous about opening up to people? And that's for anybody.
You know, people throw stuff back in your face. So yeah. Then I'm gonna throw something in your face. That's my problem.
Something physically in your face.
Basically.
Oh, okay.
I think people don't open up a lot because, like I say, going back to what we said before, like you can bring up a topic or something to somebody, and in your head you have an ideal of how they should respond.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't respond that way,
you wanted to?
you know what I'm saying? Like how you want to, or just how you feel like
they
if something
should.
like in general they should respond, then it turns the whole situation negative.
It could. Like, if you tell somebody the truth how you feel and they don't say shit, you be like, damn, you gonna say something? Well, I just heard what you said. Like, sometimes I do have conversations like that where I don't know what to say.
I mean,
So I don't say anything.
and I just had a conversation with a friend where it was like, one of the reasons that people, don't feel comfortable having those conversations is because of your circle. Like the people that are around you, like they don't make you comfortable. Like if you have people around you that don't make you comfortable, then of course you're not gonna feel like I can be vulnerable. I can express that I need help or anything like that because you don't have nobody that you really can talk to like that. But if you have at least one, then you'd be okay.
Or you tell somebody like, yeah, I'll go see a therapist, and then they be like, that's why you always crazy. They throw shit back in your face all the time. I'm like, really, nigga? So now I gotta show you. Yeah, I'm crazy.
You don't have to show them that you're
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
You don't. You really don't. You can let them. You can let them think what they think. But the thing is, those type of people, you just learn how not to deal with them on that level. Like I'm not fixing. If it's somebody I feel like that about that's gonna throw something in my face, I'm just not gonna tell them. Like I'll be like, oh no, I'm good. Like I would.
But I mess up sometimes. I talk too much and tell them something else, and then I was like, God damn, nigga. Like,
you too open with everybody.
probably so. I talk a lot.
But you just talk a lot though.
Yeah.
I mean,
but then
I do
they
that
throw
too.
it in your face and be like, did you just say so and so was messy and you hang with him? I said, so I'm messy too. So we both messy together.
So I guess okay, my question to you actually with that is, if you open it up to somebody and they giving you like some kind of feedback and advice, and
I don't want it.
You don't want it.
I'm just playing. What they give me?
I mean, but like you said, they tell you that you shouldn't mess with this person because you just said you didn't like them because they were messy, and you like that's fine. I'm messy too.
No, I didn't say that. I was just like, you're right. Oh well.
So you still mess with like you still deal with the people that you say you shouldn't deal with.
Yeah.
Why?
Life.
It's not life.
It's my life.
That is kind of life. Sadly, it is. Sadly, it's
How though?
You didn't told somebody I'm gonna leave this bitch alone. Leave this nigga alone. He owe me $500 or something.
Because we fuck with people that we know we shouldn't be around.
Right.
They can be in relationship wise. They can be friendship wise.
I got a whole list. I can show it.
You know what I'm saying, friendship wise and stuff like that. People that we hang with that we like, I don't need to.
Nope.
But
Don't
because
cry.
they do the certain type of things that we do, run the same kind of lanes, whatever. We continue to mess with them. Because if we could separate, then we wouldn't deal with them.
It's just like you always said. I have them in the wrong category in life, probably. Which I'm trying to put them in the right one, but unfortunately, if somebody, I don't know. I be trying to put everybody in the same lane.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And that's wrong. Those roles we play. Sometimes you just gonna have a friend to say, hey, you can't tell that nigga nothing because for what?
Because he gonna tell everybody else.
Or he just ain't tell him for what? He ain't got no good
He
advice.
ain't got no good advice. They can't do nothing for you.
Right, he just there to say, hey, you just know him.
So I'm gonna bring it back to like the topic though. So like we talking about how people don't, they don't like speaking about how they're broken or like how they trying to work through healing and things like that. Don't you think that continuously dealing with those people is detrimental to you getting healing?
Yes. Learning.
So how are you gonna get there?
You gotta stop. My goal is to stop. I have to
Stop dealing with the people.
in a certain type of way.
You have to establish boundaries.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I can't completely stop, but I gotta like take a step back, and I ain't gotta talk to you every day. Let me just work on me.
You gotta put people in the roles they meant to play.
Yeah.
Like if
but they don't like that.
That's not for them to like.
No, but you cannot sit back. I got told the other day that me and my friend have a toxic relationship. So if you telling me we're toxic, don't invite me the next day to go out to eat. Who the fuck? You told me we toxic, so we gonna go out to eat.
Well, the thing is, and the funny part about being toxic is, and about your toxic friendships and relationships and everything else, is the toxic traits that you have, that somebody has, a lot of times attract you because they are your same toxic traits.
No.
Or in some variation of that.
Nigga.
Because if you really had a problem with what they were doing, you wouldn't deal with them no more.
So, but they told me that. I didn't tell them. I didn't get a chance to tell them. Because I didn't feel like that. Because I feel like you just don't like me telling you how I feel you are. Like you're messing up and not messing. Just like showing you, as a friend, I should let you know, like, that ain't right what you're doing in life.
But that's what
like,
I'm saying.
you let me know, but it's okay
really,
with me. But when I say it, nah, nigga.
If they really had a problem with it, they wouldn't have invited you back out. That's my point.
So why even say I'm toxic?
Because they really do feel that way.
They feel I'm toxic. But they like being around me.
Yes, because we all deal with toxic people that we still enjoy being around.
Sadly, when you deal with people like that, is you're a time filler.
Basically.
Like pretty much, they like to they get mad and get frustrated about certain things that you may do, or the case may be. But when y'all apart, whatever y'all
they missing that void.
They missing that void, and like
and
you feel that void until somebody else
I
feels
had
that.
to take a step back
that,
and look, and just felt like, damn, you really do use me as like, hey, you do something with my day, like I miss talking to you. Nah, you just talk a motherfucker talk.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like they don't.
Well,
you're toxic, so they don't like you, but they need you around because they just need you to like
because
until you find that other person to fill that
like you
void.
Fill gaps in my day.
Exactly.
So you find that I'm not that like hyped like that as much as y'all think.
What you mean?
All that you think like I'm always hyped to do like I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not that monkey on the clock. Whatever you think, dance, bitch. No, I ain't that.
I mean, I believe you, and I'm not even saying that you really are toxic. I'm just saying for them, that may be how they feel, but they gonna keep you around.
How would you? No, I mean, we're always gonna be friends, but how would you stop that?
Stop what? Them thinking that you toxic?
Nah, that's you always gonna think that because you think I'm wrong for telling you that you're fucking up, that you do this.
Right, but that's part of them feeling like you toxic. Like there's nothing you can do to change.
Right, not trying to. How do you stop them from trying to make me your time filler? I gotta take a step back.
With you on my time.
Yeah, don't give in to it. Don't talk to them.
I'm not gonna like to say if I ask you, hey, you want to go to the movies, whatever, and you be like, nah, I got something to do, blah blah blah. But then you ask me, hey, want to go to the store, whatever, and you like, okay, cool, all right. No, I'm not gonna be that available to you.
Availability, right? Do not be available. Because now I got told by my friend that said I'm toxic. I'm not around. Like, what's going on? Why you acting like that?
Because you break a routine.
Told me
Yeah.
I'm toxic.
They expect you to be there.
I'm there, but not how you want me right now.
But
I'm
that's
trying
what
to
I'm
help
saying.
your
But
ass
you
out.
need
I'm
to be
toxic.
there though.
But see, but this is where the toxic comes from. And this is kind of messed up how people like miscategorize being toxic. You're only toxic because you're not acting or doing what I want you to do.
Right.
Amen.
And that's when technically you become toxic because it's
So
like
you're manipulating me to dance, monkey, dance.
But at the same time, I will say, a lot of people exhibit a lot of toxic traits. But I think people have diluted the word to where it's like, yeah, you toxic because I don't like you for the moment. But
Yeah.
but there are people that like,
Because
you
that's a strong ass word to use. Like,
but like toxic really means like, okay, like you out here cussing me out every day and you starting arguments all the time. That shit is toxic.
Yeah,
If
not
you
doing
just
that.
don't
Just having
wanna go out
conversation.
yeah,
like,
you
like,
just don't want to go out when I go out. That's not toxic. That just
or like you don't like what I like. Like, I don't want to drink every day. Like,
Right,
I
that's
can't.
toxic.
Yeah, like I don't
yeah,
want to be.
that's not
I don't want to
toxic.
be at your ratchet
But
shit.
that's why I say in that frame, toxic is they're using it in the form of being toxic that you're not doing what I want you to do
Right.
or behaving the way I want you to behave at this time. Whereas somebody else is toxic.
Cussing
You
me out
over
every
there,
day.
you over there bust my window out and shit, but then you want to cuddle the next day or this and that and
That's
shit.
love.
That's toxic as fuck.
Oh.
And so,
like
But I can't begrudge to other people too because at the end of the day, you really can't say nothing to them because they're only doing what you allow them to do.
Exactly.
That's
what I was looking back to. It's like, since we talking about being vulnerable and being able to be open with people, if there's somebody that you have an issue with, you don't have to be around them. You don't have to be friends with them. You don't have to be like, well, I mean, yeah, they toxic or they think I'm toxic, but we cool, so we gonna be cool. Like, you can be cool and not be around them. They don't have to be in your circle because that is detrimental to your healing process. You're not able to progress where you need to progress because you're trying to hang on to people.
But it's like we know this.
We know this,
won't
but nobody
do
acts
it.
on it.
Because it takes, I'm trying, but it does break that cycle. When you used to routine, you be like,
yeah, we creatures of habit.
Yeah, I'm
like
very
people deal with that. People stay in relationships for a long time because they just used to a person. They may not even like that person no more.
It's like telling me at work, she was like, oh, me and my husband divorced, but we still live together because we used to each other.
Yeah,
I'm like,
y'all know each other's habits. So
I don't want to do that.
I don't think anybody really wants to, but people do it.
I don't want to stick around somebody just because I'm just going to try to learn how to be by myself. I'm straight.
And that is a big part of learning to find some healing. Learning to find healing is a big part of that is getting rid of everybody. Not getting rid of everybody.
Just take time for
taking
yourself.
time to really understand yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you only understand yourself through the guise of other people,
they'll really think you crazy. Like, I've been told I'm in my head a lot. But my therapist said I ain't in my head a lot. It's them motherfuckers that's trying to get in your head and trying to mess you up, and that's why I'm not playing today.
but it's not crazy.
Hey, you supposed to say amen.
No,
why would somebody say amen?
You sounded crazy. I don't begrudge if you get help.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with getting help, but you don't have
But
to.
she said, I'm not in my head like that.
You're not in your head.
It's them, they messing with me.
But you're dealing with people that tell you that all the time.
Yeah, just messing me up.
You don't have to deal with them people. That's what I'm saying. Like, and not just you. I'm talking about everybody in general. Because like people deal with people and deal with situations that you don't need to deal with.
They be like, oh, you just not a people person. Oh, you always angry because I'm standoffish. But it's more like, I see you. I don't want to fuck with you in that way.
Like
new people, I know what people I want in myself. I do believe in vibes, y'all. And I think God gave me the gift to point out the bullshit. Some stuff come through. But some stuff I be like, nah, I'm good.
But like the bottom line is everybody needs to, you, me, everybody needs to be able to not worry about what anybody else is thinking. And I think that is one of the biggest steps in finding a way to find healing. Right?
I don't think I'll worry about it.
Because I think the main topic is being ashamed of being broken.
Okay.
But hold on. The main topic is ashamed of being broken. But I think the only reason you're ashamed is because you worry about what other people are thinking. If you don't worry about what other people are thinking, if you really are just all about yourself and you start learning yourself, then you don't worry about that stuff. You're not going to be ashamed of being broken or finding healing or going to therapy or any of that stuff. But what are you going to do if you keep dealing with people that you're finding yourself in?
So why do men feel like they can't they don't want to say that they're broken. They don't want to say that.
Because you're supposed to be a provider, you're supposed to be a protector, you're supposed to be the strong one in the group, in the situation, whatever. So to admit that you're flawed is admitting weakness.
Right. So men is another example, because men and women do this, but men, for example, find themselves inside of what they can do for other people. So if I'm a man and I'm strong and I'm a protector and a provider, I'm finding my purpose in what I can do for somebody else. So if I'm finding my purpose in what I can do for somebody else, then it's hard for me to say, oh, well, I can't handle myself and I got to take care of other people. So that's why men in particular are like, I can't ever show any sign of weakness, because my whole being, my whole existence is about taking care of other people. And then women are the same way, but not in the same regard. Like, so women is more or less like, they feel like they got to take care of people, and they feel like they got to, they have to approach their life not thinking about themselves and not being selfish. So they can't admit that they're weak either sometimes, because they think, I got to be strong. Especially nowadays, since women have taken on this independent role more so than ever before. It's like, how you going to be independent and standing on your own and doing your own thing, handling your business?
Y'all want us to take care of y'all.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Women think that they're supposed to take care of men too.
That goes back to our conversation that we had about the Derrick Jackson shit with John Green.
Oh yeah.
About the whole, when he called his wife a covering and not a lid and stuff like that.
Right.
And he was talking about for 8 years, saying he put her through pain worse than having her their kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was like how you basically helped this man become who he is, what the case of being, you was there. How we used the term like ride or die chick and stuff like that. They were like, do you really think about how you was the lid for her? Right. That how much potential you kept her reaching by all of your bullshit.
Exactly.
And people don't like that knowledge.
But the thing is, and this is big for relationship advice, friendship advice, anything. The biggest thing is we go back to the fact that you have to be able to establish things for yourself. If you're not living for yourself and building yourself up to where you can actually hold your own by yourself, then when you get in a relationship, the shit's gonna have a little bit of dysfunction, because you don't even know who you are. She don't know who she is. And both of y'all trying to grow and y'all don't know what to do. Now, sometimes it works and people can grow together. Yeah. But a lot of times, if you've never established who you are and they never established who they are, then y'all just clash the whole time, because y'all may not even really like each other. Like, y'all may not supposed to be together, but y'all don't even know enough about yourself to say, this ain't what I'm supposed to do. Like, all you know is, I need somebody, and so I'm with this person. I mean, they cute. We hang out. You cool.
We have a good vibe every now and then.
We vibe, we vibe at time. So
we really
cool.
don't like. So.
We don't know if we really want each other, because we don't even know what the fuck we want. Neither one of us know what we want, but we just gonna accept each other because we here and we together. So.
I accept
shit. Everybody does though. I mean, a lot of people do. I won't say everybody.
Not in a relationship. No.
What, you don't want to? What?
I mean, you don't want to.
I won't jump into a relationship just because to be in a relationship.
I don't think people do it. Like, I don't think you think about it being just because when it happens.
I ain't been in a relationship for a long time. I ain't jumping in no fucking relationship just because.
I mean, okay, but not even relationships, but a lot of people be in like situations.
Okay, I'm probably in a lot of situations.
And a lot of people are in situations because, and I know this because.
But I don't feel like it's a situation. I feel like it's getting to know somebody. Like,
no, well, I mean, it's there's a point where getting to know somebody ends.
We
like
friends.
when you know everything about them, and now you still.
Shit, I still don't know everything about everybody. I don't believe none of it.
I mean, you know enough to know that if it's gonna be a relationship or not.
Okay, but if you already let them know it's not gonna be a relationship, y'all friends, right?
No.
No, you're doing a relationship shit.
Yeah, you do.
No, we're not.
A situationship is everything a relationship is without a title.
No, we're not. What we doing this relationship shit? What
I'm
you got?
I'm not gonna.
I don't. Yeah.
What you got? Don't you put me out there.
Don't ask questions.
We'll talk later. No, I ain't doing that relationship shit.
Even at the smallest things.
Okay,
okay, listen. So I'm a person that used to do a lot of situationships, right? And I think a lot of people did situationships because they, they just need somebody.
Ears burning.
They just need somebody around. And so, like, you're not going to be in a relationship with this person. Y'all ain't friends no more because y'all done moved past friendship. but you're not gonna be in a relationship with.
So y'all done some non-friend shit.
Yeah, you not friends no more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible to go back to being friends, but you have to be strictly friends. And if y'all ain't being strictly friends, then you're in a situation. You're in a situationship. And so
how you get out of that?
You stop doing, like, you gotta either be friends or don't deal with them at all. Like, be friends with nothing else.
Don't you think, like, you should take a step back and let them have space, then y'all can work on building friends?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
I feel that way. Some people won't let you do that.
It goes back to boundaries.
Some people won't let you do that and be like, what the fuck?
I don't, listen.
Like, I feel like it needs to take a break.
One thing I would always tell people ain't never gonna not let you do something. If you really didn't want to talk to somebody, you wouldn't talk to them. You can't
He's such
say.
a counselor.
You can't say this man keep calling me or whatever.
This man keep calling.
I
gotta answer my phone. I pay the bill.
You could have blocked that nigga 3 months ago, but you answer his phone call still.
I be bored. I'm in his bag too.
She be like, I'm block this and block that, and then y'all unblocked it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you
this,
don't know me.
This goes back to what I was saying from the beginning. We stop our own healing from being broken because
it's hard
every time we take a couple steps forward,
I take my 10 back.
Exactly.
Okay, I go.
Because we can't stick to it.
Back in the day.
We keep fucking with the people that we fucking with before.
Cause you feel like you gonna either I feel like, just be honest, I'm gonna miss something, or I'm bored, or now I be like, fuck that. I gotta really now I be like, the reason why you're not talking to them is because don't they owe you some money? You gotta say shit to myself like that. Like, okay.
That's situation like you just kind of brought that up. We rationalize the whole situation.
Yes.
Either I'm bored, I'm comfortable,
I'm
and they owe me money.
cool.
You try to think about little stuff, whatever it takes to engage.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, you have to be able to.
Let's
you have to be able to
like
cut your losses. That's what cut your losses means. That means everything that you think is connecting you to them, you just cut. Like, okay, yeah, he cool, but he don't.
Sometimes I be feeling bad when I should.
But that's the whole point, though. Like I said, like, we got somebody you gotta cut everything, whatever. But you ain't gotta cut the person off. You just gotta cut certain ties off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I can't. If I've been giving you 5 hours of my day, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to give you 2. You know what I'm saying?
Or I holler at you every other day.
Yeah, other day or something like that. I can't give you that time I was giving you because honestly, you don't deserve that time.
And this is it's an addiction. Okay, so this is like an addiction counselor. One of the ways that people deal with problems is drugs, right? So when you go to like drug counseling or alcohol counseling, you know, they tell you it's hard to stop anything cold turkey. You got to have support. You got to go through some steps to build to a point where you can actually stop.
Okay.
This is the same type of addiction. You are addicted to people. You are addicted to them, and you don't want to let them go because it fulfills a void for you. Like Wash was saying earlier, we deal with people that we know we're not going to be in a relationship with, or we deal with people we shouldn't be friends with, but because they fill the void for us for the moment. Like, so you can get bored, shit, call them.
Perfect example. What was, I'm not going to put a name out there. All girl used to work with. They used to always go out with. Third Ward and stuff. Like, no, but I'm saying. What I'm saying though, but that person was, you know what I'm saying, bad vibes and stuff on a lot of different fronts with her, right? But when it was time to go out and party with her, right? That person was there. That person was there, and like you know, that person always gonna be there.
It wasn't all bad. It was just at the end, like,
no,
hey, man.
But that person had a lane though. But they interacted in so many other lanes that
was had to cut that off. Like, hey, yeah. I don't get down
because they was only good in one position.
Yeah.
But
I couldn't keep you in that lane because you was doing the most
other shit.
So right, and you have to realize that's the other part.
But I cut off like
because you had to.
That's what I was gonna say.
I had to start fucking with my livelihood.
Okay, listen. Listen. So once you get to a point, like Walter said earlier, you categorize people.
Yeah.
Now it may be somebody that you only kick it with when it's time to like be a kick it, and that's it. That's the person you deal with for that. But if you try to do it and you try to separate it to the point where that's all y'all do, and they still aren't really just fitting in that mold, you got to kind of cut it off some more. You got to, like I said, you got to gradually build to a point where okay, this is something I cannot deal with.
And I end up calling though. Y'all feel it? I actually end up calling shit.
For real?
I told you that.
No, you didn't.
I was drunk.
Embarrassed. Embarrassed.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I forgot to tell you. Yeah, I forgot I did it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you end up going back to it. It's like crack.
Yeah.
It keeps calling me. It keeps calling me.
And the bad part was, I was acting like, oh, my bad.
So you can't heal because you're addicted to things that aren't allowing you to grow. So you can't. The
So
only reason you be
so-
shameful of it is because you're not allowing yourself to grow.
I ain't shameful.
And it's an age thing as well. It's an age thing because like when we was young, no, I'm saying when we was younger, like I say in college and stuff like that, you had kind of go into your LB situation, whatever. When we was at school, whatever, you had amount of everybody everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to change your cliques, change your group, whatever, you can instantly change it as many times as you want to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
As we get older, whatever, and we kind of our circles all shrink.
You don't make new friends.
Yeah, I would say you don't make new friends like that. So you have that party person you always go to the party with. Y'all break off. Now you kind of on your own. So you continue to go back to that person because you like I'm not gonna make no new people.
Yeah. I ain't,
So
at least I know she down for the cause. Like
Right.
she ain't gonna be like, oh girl, this the hood. Nigga, this what
But
we
that's
doing,
the thing.
though.
Okay, so what you have to do is find a methadone. So when you are addicted to heroin, people that are addicted to heroin, a lot of times when they come off of heroin, they put them on methadone.
So what you gonna give me?
Listen, I'm not giving you no drugs, girl.
Oh.
what you got, man?
I'm using it as an analogy.
I know. So what I'm gonna use
Okay,
instead
that's
of
what we're gonna figure out.
instead of my Friday night hype, can't have him no more. So what we gonna have?
You can figure out. Sometimes, okay, let's say you have a friend. We're just gonna go back to the friend that you like to party with. Now you have a friend that you always party with, but they toxic and they're not good for you.
Yeah.
What you have to do instead of that is learn. Either you can learn how to go out by yourself.
And get toxic.
You can go out by yourself.
Be toxic by yourself.
Be toxic by yourself as long as it's not too as detrimental as it was before. But you learn how to do things by yourself, or you find a different hobby that you actually enjoy doing by yourself, so that you're not dependent on that person. Because if you have to party, then you have to call them, and now you're dependent on them. If you find something else to take up your time and to not be dependent on that anymore, that's what methadone does. It lets people be addicted. They're addicted to methadone just like they were heroin, but it's just not as bad.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Before you ask your question, old girl was a perfect example for that because you enjoyed the party aspect of going out with her, right?
Yeah, the aftermath.
But like I said, you would call because like, hey, I know she's gonna be having a good time partying, right?
Yeah.
It's when she would do other things while y'all party to set her to be toxic. You'd be like, here go that bullshit again, whatever the case may be.
Right.
No, it's after, not the during.
No, but I'm saying, it would be some shit during where like they go talk to, and you know, every goddamn nigga over here, and then all this other shit, and you gonna go off with this dude or whatever, and you feel like you gotta save somebody. It's like this is the toxic shit that always happens, but you keep on going back to the person because you know the initial
that high.
So
You're chasing the high.
do you feel like because I got another one now that's way worse?
Okay.
Well, I mean, the bottom line is it's just like somebody, like I said, we go back to
So
the drug.
is it
Let's go back to the drug analogy. That's just like somebody that was addicted to heroin. They finally got themselves off heroin. Now they doing crack. Like you not doing any better. You just found a new addiction.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you find a new addiction, but each person give you something that you need.
I ain't want
That person, like I said, we talked. That person gave you conversation that you wasn't used to having, and like say that.
That ain't the same. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I got another.
You got body here.
No, I'm talking about another friend. Basically, you get real jacked up, and I'm like, oh, this is how you get down. And, you know.
Yeah. So what you're saying is to replace your one party friend, you find a new party.
New party friend, but she on other level shit that I'm scared.
Even worse than the first one.
I'm scared. I'm scared for my life now.
So like I said, all you did was
that wasn't my fault.
It is because you're just trying to replace your addiction.
First of all,
you addicted to go to parties with one, and then you like, well, I can't party with her no more.
Yeah, that one is true.
I'm gonna go to another one.
Because I was like, you like, oh, this motherfucker died, this and that. And they said, no, like, hey, we had such and such. You coming through? I'm like, what the fuck?
That wasn't my fault.
But
I didn't invite. So when I was invited, I didn't know.
We're gonna end with this, Ashley.
Whatever.
One of the things that you have to learn how to do if you're gonna fight an addiction, because that's what this basically turned into. In order to find healing, you got to fight your addiction. The first thing you have to do, like the first step in Alcoholics Anonymous, is anybody know what that is? Like, the first step is
admitting.
Yeah.
Admitting.
Yeah, admitting.
You have to admit that you got a problem.
Yeah.
Ever.
So
that's what they used to always say that. Somebody he's not an alcoholic because alcoholics admit they have a problem.
Yeah. The first step to fighting it The first step to fighting it is admitting, okay, maybe I need to stop looking for this in people, and maybe I need to find a different way to approach my own life.
Maybe they should stop drinking so goddamn much.
You're still around them.
They
You're
need,
not
to they need to slow down.
The bottom line is you're not taking no accountability for your part.
You take accountability.
Okay. All right.
Is that another A?
Nah, accountability.
What's
is
the
main
second A? Oh.
Nigga, it's Alcoholics Anonymous.
How many? Oh, triple A? Oh, my bad. I ain't never been
Anywho.
My bad.
Okay, so we're gonna just go and make that kind of the woosah. So the woosah for today is just gonna be that in order to fight your addiction, because this basically turns like an addiction counseling episode. In order to fight your addiction, in order to find healing, you got to break yourself off of some things. You got to get away from some things, and it's not going to be easy because, especially at our age, we've formulated so many habits that it's going to take you a long time to break those. Even if it's just partying as a habit, even if it's just sex as a habit, if it's just hanging out.
Your toxic family.
Yeah, family members. If it's a habit that you know that you need to break, you have to break that habit before you can talk about, oh, well, why can't I admit that I'm healing? Well, because you're not taking those steps to actually heal. You just think you are. And every time you take a step, you're like, all right, I took a step. Now let me go back to what I was doing. And then, a couple months later, you broken down again because you're like, I can't believe my life is in shambles. Well, nigga, you're not making those steps to get out of shambles.
You're right. Okay.
So,
I admit.
At the end of the day, you got to take your first step, admit your problem, so that you can start fighting your addictions, and then you can start progressing towards,
You
healing.
admit your problem.
I try to. I got some.
I don't know what my problem is yet, but I'll get that.
Because you're not admitting to yourself.
I don't know what it is.
You do know. We that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other time.
Whole other time. Talk to your therapist and
they
come back.
They fucking with me. I see her tomorrow. They fucking with me.
Yeah. Talk to your therapist and tell them. Tell your therapist that you really trying to figure out what you are addicted to.
Yeah, and for everybody, don't be embarrassed to admit that you need help.
Right.
Just what I'm saying, don't worry about what somebody else gonna say or call you crazy, whatever the case may be. Because honestly, you crazy if you don't seek help.
Exactly. You are not the outlier if you need help at all. You are the one of the few people that actually is doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, so
everybody needs help.
Stop looking at me, y'all.
Anywho, so I guess that's it for today. Anybody got anything coming up?
What's coming up?
We might hit the address on Friday.
Hey!
Yeah, so
wings,
yeah,
drinks,
How you
drinks.
gonna go?
Yeah, like happy hour address, not like
No.
If you come at 10 o'clock, we gonna be gone.
Yeah, no, like
And I'm old.
like maybe 7 at the
I'm gonna be there a little bit earlier.
Actually gonna be there right after
When that door
I'm gonna be
opens.
about 9.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, when 9 o'clock hit, they take other
I
crowd.
get my wings ready.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to stick around for the crowd. I'm just trying to give me some wings and some drink while it's cheap. And then when that 9 o'clock time
Friday in a minute.
it's kind of nice. Like
Actually, I've been on Friday.
it's the same thing as Grooves, but without the crowd and the bullshit.
Yeah, it's not the, yeah. I wasn't going to group.
Yeah, that's the only reason I wasn't on Grooves, because I just want to go somewhere with good drink special.
We were trying to take you to Karen's, man. Some hot ladies out there.
K-Rolls,
Seen them
baby.
all with the K-Rolls last week. I'm alive.
Hey,
I've been to Carol's a few times. And
They made me feel like a star.
I told you you should have hit me up earlier.
I was like, oh, you would have came?
Carol's is interesting.
Yes.
He talking about, man, with $3 you? Yeah.
Yeah, I know about the deals like on Monday nights and Fridays. They say we go down.
That drink is cheap.
And they strong.
And then that women come in there and
But all the hood spots got a good strong.
Strong.
yeah, the
So
other spot
Friday-
we went to in Third Ward.
So Friday after the address, if y'all want to do something else, I'm down to go somewhere else.
The spot.
Oh yeah.
Go to the
You know,
spot.
down the street they got like Dreams out of the whole,
Who?
Dreams, and
No, I'm not talking about strip club.
it ain't the strip club.
Nah, Dreams is the spot now.
V Lounge and
Yeah.
all that other stuff
Oh,
over
okay.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, like Dreams used to be the strip club.
Yeah.
I ain't going to strip club, dog.
Yeah, no, I don't do
I don't
that.
care whose birthday it is.
Hey, turn up.
Yeah, no, I don't
This
do strip
one.
club. That's a waste of money to me.
I ain't going to strip club.
And TV.
Networking.
Yeah.
Now you want to network.
Networking.
But yeah, no, that's it. So Friday probably be at the address, but other than that, we kicking it. I don't know any events going down other than that.
Nah, like this is a dead weekend, Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day next weekend.
Thank God we get a day off.
Yeah, we supposed to have what? Labor Day
Hey,
weekend, we got a...
TV playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they paint on
At BBVA.
at the soccer stadium.
Yeah.
TSU?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Labor Day Classic.
But sometimes y'all don't play.
Oh yeah,
together.
the past couple of years it's been like.
Oh, it's going down.
Yeah, so.
I don't
Yeah.
like that stadium.
I don't either.
Soccer stadium? There's no bad seats.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. The seat
It's
is
no
good.
bad. The seats seem fun.
Like, you feel like you right on top of the field.
I feel like you're right on top of people.
Nah, not really. It's not really that packed now, so you ain't
Yeah,
really
no, it ain't gonna be that
Oh,
big.
I'll be outside.
outside.
I'll probably be.
Parking
in the
lot
stadium.
pimping,
Oh,
walking
okay.
around.
Okay.
Hey.
I'll be inside.
Good luck.
Yeah, for real.
What up, daddy?
I'll be inside. I catch you when I walk out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be a third one. I ain't gonna lie, probably.
I catch you after that.
Yeah,
Alright.
I say we get the after party then.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, that's Labor Day though. It's not till next week. So this week, address and.
Any
I'm
pool
trying
party.
to
I'm
think
trying to
of
go to pool. I'm going to pool party this weekend too.
Oh,
Yeah.
For who? For some random pool party?
My cousin told me about
Okay.
some.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. Alright, so that's it.
Yeah, so. Good?
Yeah, protect your energy. Say your
I'm
last.
mad you said that. Yeah.
All that shit.
Protect your energy and that shit too.
Yeah.
As always, we hope you laughed a little, learned a lot. We hope it helps you find a remedy to whatever's troubling you. This is What's Remedy Podcast.
Alright, y'all.
Yeah.
Peace.